Okay, we're going to start out the front of the house. Nothing really changed except the windows on the front bottom. They were replaced with larger double windows. And there's a little bit of a change over there with the pathway, but I'll show you that in just a minute. New storm door, that was kind of an extra. New storm door, that was kind of an extra. See, we got rid of the styrofoam exposed beams. That was kind of a relief. And this used to be just a wall. And it was opened up by the contractor and just put these posts in. The dining room just went through where there used to be a doorway. It's not anymore, and that used to be a wall too. Now there's a gentle arch. Now we use the dining room every day instead of just for special occasions. We use it for every meal. Nothing changed in the kitchen. Family room. We did end up painting, and these windows were replaced with larger windows. Hi, Natalie. Say hi.
Hi.
Hi to Mark and Stacy.
Hi, Mark and Stacy.
Tama, can you say hi to Mark and Stacy?
Hi, Mark and Stacy.
Yeah, it's Hat and Stacy. Remember Hat?
The cup is gone.
Remember Hat? Oh, it's empty? I'll fill it up in a little bit.
Okay.
So they replaced these windows with larger windows, and they had to drywall the wall because then they had ripped up the paneling. This wall had all of its mechanicals and plumbing run through there, so they had to re-drywall this, even though it's not basically changed. This side of the room was what changed the most. There used to be a half bath right around there, and that was taken out. The addition was put on for the mudroom. There used to be a closet in front of the mudroom there. So there's a mudroom now. A nice coat closet, which we've never had. And then the half bath was just moved into the addition. So it's just a basic half bath, all new fixtures. And now we have a new doorway going from the family room to the living room. Neither Julie nor I had thought of this at all. This is what the architect brought to us, and it was such a good idea we went with it. Tama, get down! Tama! Get down! I'll show you the entrance to the mudroom here. We have a new porch, some bluestone and basic handrails, and a bluestone path going to the driveway. And we just got these lights put in the other day, and they're working. Now we like the entrance, but the architect had insisted that we'd end up using this entryway as our primary entryway all the time, and we kind of find that it's a little bit of an effort, but we do use it. Coming back inside. I'm giving a tour to Mark and Stacy, the new house.
Look at Stacy.
Yes. Okay. That's basically it for downstairs. Beams are gone. We found some interesting structural things. When we took this beam down, there was a crack, a straight line crack. Oops, sorry about that. Straight line crack, the length of the beam, and we're pretty sure that's why the beam was put up in the first place, to hide the crack. The architect thought that a joist had failed. It was nearing the end of the project, and our contractor was really not excited about tearing open a new ceiling and trying to get a joist up where the walls already existed. It's apparently very difficult to do that. So we poked around a little bit. We looked at this. We looked at the floor, and we went to the basement, which I won't show you. But it turns out that there are 3 joists here. They're doubled up, which is good because this is a load-bearing wall. But the middle of the 3 joists doesn't go to the outside of the basement. It stops about a foot short because there's a drain stack in its way. And then they just put up another 2x to block the load over to the adjacent joists, and there is a significant sag. If you put a ball down here, it will go right into the corner. It's not moving anymore. We're pretty sure it's been like this for a long time, so we decided not to fix it. But you can tell in the kitchen side, the last time the cabinets were put in, probably 70s or 80s, that they were adjusting for this with a trim. It gets narrower as you get to that corner, and then wider over here, and then wider again over here. So the time the cabinets were... I'll do that after I'm done with the video, Natalie. The time the cabinets were put in, they were put in plumb, and now these new treads at the bottom half, because they had to get new treads to have the ends stick out, but it's all old treads up here. And the basic stuff, a few things were changed in every room. This is now Tama's room. It used to be both Nellie's and Tama's. After the construction was done, we split them up, and that time became a lot easier. There's a new closet here. There used to be a closet door in the back corner. That was closed up and flipped around, so that is now Julie's closet. She's never had a regular closet. Tama has an enormous closet now. That's all that was done in that room. And was now Nellie's room, used to be the guest room. The change here, the closet was there already, but for some reason it wasn't even with the doorway. It was set back about 8 inches. And the clothes hangers could barely fit in it. It was so shallow, so we just told them to bump it out. That wasn't too hard. Okay. Now this bathroom hasn't changed at all, but everything has changed. All the fixtures, the tile, the tub, everything was ripped out, except for the lovely lights in the mirror. But everything's ripped out because these joists were sagging, and we are worried about structural integrity. This is the last thing that the contractor did. And they took everything out and looked at it. It turned out that several joists had been cut entirely. So they were supposed to bear load from the outside wall to, I believe, around there. They were cut. Some were cut under the tub, some were cut under the floor, so that plumbing could be run through it. And some were notched way too deeply. So when the plumber saw that, he said, just rip out all the PVC, do it as if it were a new floor. Essentially what they did was they sistered up a bunch of plywood to the joists to carry the load across, and then he would redo it. So essentially for the plumber it was like a new bathroom. He didn't have to run new supply or drains, but he had to re-plumb the room itself. And they still couldn't get the floor plumb. They got it mostly flat. They couldn't get it level because the bottom of the floor at the outside wall is 1.5 inches higher than the floor at the doorway. So there would have been a ledge if we make it totally level. So we decided not to do that. The entire house is like that, by the way. We found out. A lot of funny things happen when you measure a house with a level and a ruler. So here's the new master bedroom. There's Julie's new closet. Used to be Tama's on the other side. My old closet. In fact, I left clothes in there that I wasn't using, so we moved out of here for several weeks, maybe a month, while they were doing mostly this. It's hard to see in the camera because it's not a very wide angle, but it's a vaulted ceiling, essentially. Let's see the 4 recessed lights, and this edge here is where the old ceiling was. Hey guys, Tama, get off Natalie.